We want to rush to make all the money in the first contract and having our first contract go from 2,000 to next season I'm making $10,000 a month. It's not like that. It's literally a building process. Y'all can hear that dog? It's always funny, the minute I want to record, the dogs just start going crazy. That always happens. I purposely say I'm gonna record early in the morning just so it's not as hot, there's not as much commotion going on. Them dogs, boy, they know when you record.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Arnold's Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Arnold Lewis. I help athletes get prepared for a life of overseas basketball. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys back on the show. It has been a doozy. We're going to get into all that, man. We've been catching mad L's. It's just been one of those times in the season where things aren't going well for the club, but that's okay. That is a part of the process of being a professional overseas basketball player. Not everything is going to go your way. And I've been on the road for a good little minute now. We had like a 3-game road trip. We was on the road for like a week straight, hotels to hotels, bouncing around. And it's good to come back and just be able to just get back on the show, chop it up, just, you know what I mean? It's therapy. I was talking to a couple of my boys about just the ups and downs of the season, and just to be able to just talk. That's what it was. We played against a dude that we played against in Chile, me and Brandon, and we went and kicked it with him after the game, and we were just talking. And we're just talking about how things be going in the season, the ups and downs. And the only thing we could come to, I was like, the whole purpose of it in the conversation, I said, this is exactly why I got the podcast. This is exactly why I come here and create this context or this content, to create context for what it's really like living in this life. Because everybody will have a perception to think that, man, it's all gravy, all the time, is all sweet, which it is. I'm not going to ever take nothing away from the game. I love this game. I love this life. I love to be able, the fact that I'm able to play at a high level as a career, as something I love to do, something I would rather, there's no other career choice that I would change to take other than what I'm having right now, which is being a pro overseas basketball player. Like, it's a great life, but there are certain things that you have to navigate in order to get the best out of this life. Sometimes there's going to be a lot of moments that you weren't really prepared for, and this is why we have the conversation, so we can understand situations that are going to happen inevitably. You're going to be on tough teams where it's a season you're not playing well. Just all sorts of types of things are going to happen that you just be like, man, it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating. So as we were all talking together, I was like, man, this is exactly why I have a podcast, because you got to talk about it. You got to talk about the ups. You got to talk about the downs. You got to just talk about how you're feeling, what's going on. Just get it out. Just release it. Just be like, man. And without no judgment or feeling like you have to keep it all in. Keeping it all in is not the solution to you're not going to get the answer if you don't ask the question. The minute you ask the question, your mind is going to go and search for the answer that is asked. Immediately, I read in a book called Limitless, they say that your questions are your answers. So the minute you ask the question, that is the answer that you seek. So what are the questions? I believe to get to the answers that we need, how good or what is the quality of the questions that you ask to yourself? So we have to understand what are the quality of the questions that we are asking to ourselves, of what we want, of the situation that we're going through, or whatever it is. Just that this is how it is sometimes. It's how it is sometimes. We go through ups and downs, but we just got to understand what exactly it is we want, and that is dictated by the questions that we ask. So you have to ask the question. Got to open up your mouth. But now, man, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back on the show. And I'm going to just talk about a little bit what went on. First of all, my boy Brandon's back. We're going to definitely shoot a few episodes here in the future. We're going to chop it up because he just got back to the team. We got to get into that. We're going to get into that. The first day he came, he was already like, let's get on the podcast. Let's get on the podcast and let's talk about it, because he just had a whole situation that I told you about when he was in Uruguay and he got cut from over there. You got to think about it. 16 years professional, 9-10 championships, coming off MVPs, coming off all this accolades, won MVP, won BCLA MVP, won like 4 championships, didn't win 1 championship for the whole season. Go to a new team, and you can get let go. The game is ruthless, and that type of stuff is what you would think, like, there is no reaching to a point that you're untouchable. Like when they say like in the league, how Luka just got cut or traded and get cut, but he got traded. And they'd be like, no one is untouchable. In this game, no one is untouchable. I don't care the contract you got, what they say that is guaranteed. They will try to do some type of wiggling out of trying to get out of the situation to benefit them, that they'll try to get over. It's part of the game. And that's a part that most people don't adapt to quick enough, that will get you caught up in a certain career-altering situations. What do I mean by that? I mean, you have to understand the business side, the shicey business side of it. Signing contracts, and then a team will still try to get over on you. Agent try to get over on you. Bad contracts, fake contracts. All these things are just part of the game. But that you have to understand before or while or during your career. You have to understand, like, you're going to get bad contracts. You're going to get someone going to try to send you a fake contract. I didn't hear the stories of guys sending. They still do it now. They're sending fake contracts. Don't fall for fake contracts. Are you interested in playing overseas basketball one day? I wish someone would have told me 1 year after college I would receive my first pro gig. I wish someone would have told me that having an agent does not guarantee that you will get hired. I wish someone would have told me being cut from a team, because after 10 years in this game, everyone gets cut from a team. Now, after traveling from over 17 different countries and winning up to 7 championships in my pro career, I've put together the 6 most important traits any player needs before starting their career. So go ahead and grab that ebook and get all the information you need today to start your career. Now you can't say no one didn't let you know. So go ahead, grab that ebook and get started so you can become the pro one day. Let's go. I believe there's one creator, Sean. I'm gonna shout him out. Last time he was like, "Hey man, I'm out here helping out guys too. Show me some love." Y'all gotta check him out. Sean J. McCall. Overseas Hoop Educator. Y'all gotta go check him out. That's his IG. Sean J. McCall. Definitely, he always be posting about how like these fake contracts, how these guys be getting these fake contracts they be sending, and he'll always put out like an alert. And he has a blog, and he just has a lot of good information. He's out here helping and educating guys as well, and getting you right before you go overseas. Sean J. McCall, y'all go check him out. Hey, bro, that's your shout out. I told you I got you. But it's just part of the business. These type of things are gonna happen. Like these type of things are gonna happen where fake contract. It's just like no one's untouchable. No one in this game is untouchable. So we had a three game road trip. These were all winnable games. All these games that we played, they were winnable games. We played the first one, and for some reason, I just could not get my head on straight. As soon as the game started, it's just like, I wasn't there. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the situation was. I just mentally was not checked into the game. And that happens. Sometimes it's just part of the game. Like, I looked up, we're down like 15 in the first quarter. They just came out red hot. Hit like 6 threes in the first quarter. They just scoring everything. We ended up losing the game by like 20. And after the game, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep. I was just so caught up in my head over the game and what happened. Why was I feeling this way? And why was I so checked out? And my boy Tavario, he was just like, bro, it's part of the game. It happens. And which is exactly the situation. It just happens sometimes. It's really not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. Like sometimes you can't sleep and you're not anxious, but you set a standard for yourself. You set a standard for yourself that you want to be great. You want to be good all the time. And then sometimes when you're not, you put so much pressure on yourself for not being as good as you believe yourself to be. And it really shouldn't be that way. But we all do it. You know, I come on here and I tell you how to and we talk about getting our mind right, how to strengthen our mind, how to focus, how to lock in. But we all still go through those moments where we're up at night, we had a bad game, can't sleep, and it's just one of those situations where we just feel like, man, I could have done better. It's always something, but it's just part of the game. It's just how it is. It's not really no big deal, and I tell you what I do. When I sometimes get in those type of situations, I like to go and watch videos. This is just me personally. I like to go watch videos on space. Why is that? In particular, in black holes. For some reason, they just fascinate me. The concept of just a black hole. Where am I going with this? The whole point is, I like to look at things that are so much bigger that I am and that I am a part of. Once you start thinking of the things that are bigger than you and your connection to this world and everything in the universe, if you just think about the vastness of the universe and how it's for some way, somehow you play some intricate part of this universe, and what's we've been able to just see, or what they've made videos on, and just the concept of what's out there, you start to realize, like, dang, really does one bad game or one game dictate everything that's going on right now? When we focus in so much on the now and the concept of now, of what's going on and in our own world, and don't realize like what's really happening all around us at all times, we are really missing the big picture of it all. But we all do it. We all do it. I'm just saying, this is just something that just helps me to come into another perspective. I try to always get a different perspective, to not always, like God said, lean not on your own understanding. So I try to just get a concept of something bigger than me. And when you just think of, okay, a black hole, and you watch videos on it and they just explain what it is. And for me, it's just fascinating to think, how does something like this exist? How do we exist in this moment, in this time, when there's like millions of them, and they're so big, and the universe is so big, and it's just like a concept that is just so literally out of this world, no pun taken, but it's just like, what am I really focused on? What am I really focused on that's having me stressed out to the point that I'm not being able to get some rest, because I'm thinking, if, this one moment, fragment in time is going to dictate what I'm doing here on this planet, or in this life, or in this existence, I should say. You realize it doesn't really, it's like, it doesn't really matter. And through it all, it's just your perspective of the moment. What do I mean by that? You could have a great game and have a bad, like your whole mindset or something could be going on, and you, in your mind, it was a bad moment for you. You had a bad feeling or whatever. You didn't feel good, even though you had a good game. Or you could have had a bad game statistically wise and had a great time. So in truth, it's really all your perspective in any and each moment that you're even playing out there. So you really have to, or I try to understand that, you know what, I just have to go out here and enjoy this moment. Enjoy this moment, really not mattering. Is it mattering a word? I don't think so. I think that's not a word. Really not letting it get to you that, this is just a bad night and I'm having a bad game, and this, because it really doesn't matter. And it really only matters is your perspective of the moment. You're going to look back and either find all the negatives, or you're going to find the positives. What serves you more in the moment is what matters the most. It's really all just your perspective of it all. That's why I say I like to just think of the universe and watch videos of universe and what's the vast, because it increases my perspective on life. It increases the good that I have in my life, because I'm thinking of things that are bigger than just me. And then I just fall into a state of, I'd rather just be grateful of just being able to experience this moment of being able to play basketball, because it's what I enjoy to do. It's what I love to do at the end of the day, because really people wake up every day and do things that they hate to do. I have the blessing to be able to do something that I enjoy doing and get paid for it. So I'm truly grateful for that. And I like to just take it to a different perspective and not really just lock in on, I had a bad game and I'm not good and how are they gonna think of me and what my team think. It's just so much negativity that can overwhelm you. So for me, I like to just think of things that are bigger than me. Think of things that are so far out of the concept of thought that it's just like, wow, this really exists. And it would just give you a sense of freedom that I'm a part of something so much bigger, that do these little insignificant fraction moment of time going to dictate everything that truly matters. It's a work in progress. I'm not saying you're just gonna wake up and then boom, you have this mindset and then you're good at all times. No. I would say I'm just saying or explaining this just to plant the seed of a different thought of when we get into those moments. That is one thing I do know. We all get into these moments. And I said all that just to say this is just a way of me planting a seed of something different, of a perspective that can help you. If it does, I hope it do. If it doesn't, just forget it. It means nothing. I was just sitting here rambling the whole time and you got nothing out of it. Cool, no problem. But if it did help you, it's just something that it helps me. And that's all. It helps me. Maybe it'll help you. To each his own, but that's just how it is. Moving on. So as we were playing, like I said, we got our heads cracked playing in the first game. Second game. So right now in Argentina I don't know what it is, but all the gyms and everything, but it's just extremely hot. Like it's hot. And I'm talking about it's just so hot. I'm a type of person that I sweat a lot. I sweat a lot on the court. I sweat a lot in practice. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just the way my body's built. But I sweat a lot. So when we get into these environments where the gym is extremely humid, I'm going to sweat more. Like when I went into the warm-ups, I didn't even, for the second game, we played the second game. We ended up winning that game. But from the start of just the warm-ups, I'm in like my jersey is completely see-through. I'm completely soaked, drenched. I was just that game, I was just so tired. Started out good, came out hot, didn't play well the first game. I'm not going to not play well the next. I'm like, all right, time to snap out of it. Let's get that was that time. And I had all those thoughts and I snapped back like, okay, it's time to hoop. This is what we do. Let's go. So we ended up winning that game. I had a real good game. But the gym was just all the towels was wet. We couldn't even use no other towel because every towel was just completely soaked. We had to change the clothes in the locker room. I came in at halftime. I just took off my uniform, threw it on the ground and just sat there. Just in complete, I'm soaked. My Under Armour is soaked. Everything is soaked just from pure sweat. Change clothes, immediately come out there just getting drenched. It was so bad. My shoes got so soaked with water at the end. When I tried to take a shot, I literally slipped because of the water and sweat that built up in my shoe. Everybody's been there before when their shoe just gets so soaked or so filled with water from the sweat. Every step is just like perspiration is coming out of your shoe. That's the worst. That is the absolute worst when you have to play like that. I had an extra pair of shoes, but I was just trying to finish the game. I remember it was a point in the game, it was like the 3:40 mark, and I was just like, just 3 more minutes, man. Just 3 more minutes. Man, just 3 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. And I was telling Brandon, I was like, man, I'm so tired. Don't say that. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. We have to, in those moments, See, I have to catch myself. I told myself that in that moment, but we got to remember the words that we speak. Don't use your words against you. Remember that the words that we speak always matters, and we should always speak the things that we want over our life. So in those moments, I have to correct myself and say, you know what? I'm not tired. I'm not tired, because your body will react to what you tell it, and you speak the value over your life on what you want. You speak the value. But in that moment, I got to be honest, I was telling myself, I am so tired. And boy, I was just sitting there like this on the bench. I was gassed. Gassed. It was so hot. The next day we lost. Man, I've said this before, but we have such internal problems on our team. We just have internal problems. We give away so many games. The third game on the road trip, we was up 15. We're just manhandling them, just scoring, getting layups, dunks. I'm catching putbacks, I'm catching alley-oops. We're hitting threes and 1-3. We're just balling. We give them life at the end of the second quarter, going into the third. Now it's a game. We end up losing. And I remember Brandon saying in that game, he felt like me the last game. Man, I'm so tired. It be like, first of all, we're on a 3-game. We play, rest one day, play the next day. Rest one day, play the next day. Rest one day, play the next day. Then we travel. We just travel 10, 11 hours on the bus. Don't sleep well. We're back at home. Got practice tonight. Got a game the next day. Rest one day. Like, it's just boom, boom, boom. It's a grind. It's definitely a grind. Don't use your words against you. Don't use your words against you in those moments. Those gyms, they be so hot and so draining. I lost so much weight just from pure sweating so much. The gyms out here be so hot. It be so hot. It's just, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long. There's just a few things that I wanted to talk about, because like I say, I like to just give the perspective of a player that's actively going through the life. Sometimes we focus so much on things that are outside of our control, and we let that hinder us from just enjoying what we're doing in the moment. And in this life, a lot of times, all the pressure that we have, we put onto ourselves, especially because we're in a performance-based career. And it's a lot of pressure that is self-inflicted, that if we don't acknowledge that, it can be our own downfall at times. So I like to come and chop it up with you guys and just give my perspective of what is just the mindset of what we go through. Is just the mindset of what we go through. It's not as deep as we think it is. And when we really understand that all we have to do is just really work on freeing the mind and enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. I go through this like now with my finances. I'm big on learning how to trade and invest, and I'm studying and I'm going through things and I'm learning different things, and I'm investing and I'm losing some money, and the market's doing something different, and I have to understand, because I was speaking with someone and they said, how long have you been doing this? And I thought to myself, I said, I've only really been doing this for about a year, which is not even a full year. So it's a new field that sometimes we want to rush to already be good. We want to rush to make all the money in the first contract and having our first contract go from 2,000 to next season I'm making $10,000 a month. It's not like that. It's literally a building process. Y'all can hear that dog? It's always funny, the minute I want to record, the dogs just start going crazy. That always happens. I purposely say I'm going to record early in the morning just so it's not as hot, there's not as much commotion going on. Them dogs, boy, they know when you record. Dogs just threw me, I just forgot what I was talking about. Man, them dogs and threw me off. Let me see if I can remember what I was talking about. Man, them dogs just threw me off. It'll come back to me. But to keep it going, I just want to say at times when you're going through ups and downs of the season, just remember, it came back to me. Just like with my finances, I realized I was only doing it for 1 year. And that's what you have to understand is you're not going to get it all. You're not going to understand it all immediately. You're not going to get all the contract like from 2,000 to 10,000 immediately. It takes time. It is a process. You've planted the seed and you just have to keep watering it every single day and understand each step of the process is what's going to get you to where you're ultimately designed to be. You're going to get there no matter what. You're on it. You just have to just show up. You have to just keep doing it. You have to understand the losing part of it, the struggling part of it, the hard part. It's all a part of the process. And everybody, it's all a part of the process. I hear that all the time. But what does that mean? And everybody's saying it's so cliche. Because it is all part of the process. You have to, the moment it clicks is when you realize when the things that you are trying to achieve are hard and you don't understand. Once you accept, that is where you are getting your most growth from. That is where you're learning the most. That's where you're gaining the most. That's where that is the telltale sign that you know that you are on the right path. You are getting there. You are closer than you ever thought that you were. And you're actually understanding more by sticking with the moment of the hardest moments are the moments that are telling you that you're on the right path. Those are the moments. Those are the moments that you are doing the most growing, understanding. Those are the moments that it's working. And when we accept that, embrace that, man, I don't know what's going on right now. Yes. Man, this is so hard right now. Yes. I just don't get this. Yes. That means you are on the way. You are getting there. Why? Because we never stop pursuing. You just never stop pursuing and hunting and tracking down and keep going. Yes, you may get tired. Yes, you may feel frustrated. Yes, you may feel like it's unobtainable. But those are the moments that matters the most because that's when we're as close as you've ever been before. We just never give up that. Shout out to my boy, Big Deuce. Like we always say, a burning desire for more. Never give up the burning desire of wanting more. Never give up the burning desire. it just, in whatever field, in whatever point of life you are in your basketball, if you're a freshman, if you're going to college, if you want to make it to a pro, if you want to be a millionaire, whatever it is, you just have to have that burning desire of more, of wanting more, of going and doing what it takes to get to that, to get to what you want. It's not going to just be, no, it's not like that. It's going to burn. It's a reason it's called a burning desire. It burns. It's going to hurt. You literally, in some sort, have to be a sort of a masochist to get to where you want to be. It has to hurt, and you have to love that. That burning has to hurt, and you have to love it to get there. It's the desire. That desire has to hurt. It has to keep you up at night, stressed. The burning desire. You have to feel that. Just sometimes. I can't help it sometimes. When I just talk about it, it just takes over. You feel it. You just want to release. You got to have that towards what you want. Something got to come over you and consume you and say, I want it. More now. I have to have it. I feel it in my bones, in my sensation when I talk. When I close my eyes, when I think. I have it. I see it. It's right there in front of me. The life that I want. It's right there in front of me. The goals that I'm trying to reach. It's right there in front of me. I can see it. I can touch it. I can feel it. That's that burning desire. It takes over me. This is what I do. This is what I get up for. This is what I live for. This is what I'm thankful for. This is what I'm grateful for. It's mine. I'm not gonna stop till I have it. I'm not gonna stop till I have it. Burning desire. Listen, man, that's all I got for you guys, man. I appreciate you. I hope you guys felt that. I hope you rocked out with me, and I hope you guys feel that desire and go out there and y'all have that burning desire. All right? I got more stuff I need to do. I got practice. We got another game. We're going to be on their head. I'm lit. I got the feeling. I'm ready to go. And I hope you are too. So let this be what you need to get you off your butt, and let's get to it. That's all I got. Till next time.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.